Hi everybody, I'm Julia. Welcome to Julia Lives. Today I'm going to give you a full tour and review of the Hyatt Regency Houston West. Tired of that water feature yet? Okay, well, I thought I'd just give you a little bit of a listen. It reminded me a little bit of the Gaylord Hotel in Nashville, Tennessee, with the water and the fish. Of course, this is significantly smaller. Now, I booked this room through Expedia for 4 nights. It was $548.68. However, I had one key cash on my account, so I applied that $33.42, and my total price was $515.26. And so I found that the hotel, yes, it is a bit dated. I'll show you there were some maintenance issues. And I did have a couple of issues while I was staying there, but I felt like the hotel really took care of me. Now, this is a very popular spot for travel, and I'm talking youth travel baseball teams. But you'll never see them except early in the morning or at like 1:30 in the morning when they're all running around. So in any event, I had a standard king size room, and my neighbors next door to me had nothing to do with the baseball stuff, but they were so incredibly loud. Apparently they were in the Houston suite, and I got to hear all about that at 1 o'clock in the morning. And then they started trying to open the adjoining room, the door to the room, and rattling it and rattling it. It was just nuts. And I know that a lot of people say you're at a hotel, let your hair down. I think within reason. If you want to get obnoxiously drunk and try to get into places where other people are staying, I'd say you probably belong at an Airbnb. That's just my opinion. But in any event, so here's the room. There were some maintenance issues. When I first checked in, the toilet was running continuously. And then the other issue was the shower. There was definitely a plumbing issue in this room. They were very prompt at coming up to try to repair it. I did not discover the shower until the next day. So I let the toilet run all night. And then the next day when I tried to take a shower, you'll see the pressure as a trickle. What I realized though is the handle on the shower was actually broken. I bought this breakfast. Compliments of the hotel. They gave me a $50 credit on my room due to not only the plumbing issues, but also my obnoxious neighbors. And they said I could change rooms, but then they seemed to not offer that. They didn't follow up with it. They mentioned it kind of briefly. I also found out that I had a $12 credit on my room with Expedia. So if you're staying through a booking site such as Expedia, make sure you check because it's only valid during the stay. So if you don't know it's there and you don't use it, then you just lose it. I thought the pool was great. Like I mentioned, there weren't a lot of people around during the day. And Houston is a massive city. It's the 4th biggest city in the United States. It's 2.3 million people. and it's quickly growing, so it may overtake Chicago sooner than later. Chicago has 2.6 million people, but the people don't drive like they do in Houston, in terms of there's a lot more reliance in Chicago on public transportation. In Houston, it's so big, everybody's on the road. And I will tell you this, I've driven in a lot of places, Chicago, Los Angeles. Driving in Houston is an out-of-body experience. Prepare yourselves. Now, as far as getting around, there is about this is just a leak I wanted to show you because they get so much rain there too. But anyway, it could take me anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes to get to the same exact spot depending on the traffic. The Houston Premium Outlets wasn't too bad of a drive. I think I got there in about 20 minutes. But understand that even if it's only 11 miles away, that's probably going to be at least a 30-minute drive with all the traffic. The gym was great, and it actually was used. This is quite a center for conventions. Now, back here was a path to the gym. It was signage. Don't take this. It was scary. There's pizza from the baseball kids running around while their parents were getting liquored up at night. When I went downstairs to talk to the desk at 1:30 about my neighbors, there was a high-top table full of these parents just letting their kids tear through the hotel. And they're up there dropping the F-bomb. The parents, that is. It was such a bad look. If you're going to stay here, be an example. I mean, it was just so gross. I've raised kids, and I would not have been doing that. So anyway, judge much? Sure. But I've also walked in their shoes. It was pretty crazy. So anyway, this was the back door that showed to the gym. It actually encourages you to take this path, but I wouldn't do that. You can just walk through, and you have to go through all these rooms and stuff. It was just a very odd way to get to the gym, but you cannot enter that, and you can find the gym a different way. So in any event, I'm just kind of giving you a look around here. Overall, it was a fine place to stay. Like I said, the staff was exceptional. It was just, I think the traffic and figuring out exactly where you need to be is the key when you're staying in Houston. Where you can find the closest location would probably be the best thing to do. But overall, I would stay there again, surprisingly. I mean, it was a nice place. The pool was nice, and it really did suit my needs. And honestly, for the price, I really can't complain too much.